It's nice to meet you.
I thank the gentleman. I recognize the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. McBath.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary, thank you so much for being here once again. It's good to see you back in your old committee room. As a mother, I must say I'm deeply concerned about child labor. In 2023, a Georgia-based contractor was fined at both the federal and state level for violating overtime, work safety, and child labor laws by employing a 17-year-old to work one of the most dangerous jobs there is when done without the proper precautions, and that is roofing. He unfortunately fell about 25 feet from a store rooftop and was airlifted to a local hospital. And thank God he recovered without any serious injury, but falling from a roof can have very deadly consequences, as you might assume. But we're all lucky that his injuries weren't worse. But it shows how important enforcement at the Department of Labor really, really is. Your proposed budget will cut the number of investigators at the wage and hour division as well as the Office of the Solicitor, leaving fewer staff and resources to prevent cases like this and hold those accountable who are putting our kids in danger and at risk. As you know, my son Jordan was unfortunately taken from me at only the tender age of 17. So I know the pain of losing a child. And yes, I can promise you I miss him every day. Jordan was the exact same age as this young man that I just spoke about. And it would be a tragedy for any family to have to go through what mine has because the department did not have the resources or the time to stop these accidents before they happen or to hold the violators accountable. The Wage and Hour Division today has significantly fewer child labor and wage theft investigators on staff than they did over 75 years ago. 611 today versus 1,000 in the year of 1948, despite our workforce being much larger than it was at that time. Investigators in a dozen states told the New York Times that their understaffed offices could barely respond to the number of complaints, much less open their own independent investigations because they were understaffed. So how does the department plan to crack down on child labor and wage theft if there are fewer investigators and resources to protect our kids and to protect our workers?
Thank you, Congresswoman. It's an honor to be back and visit with you here today. And I am sorry about Jordan. I don't think I did know that. So
thank you.
Thank you. Yes. From the Department of Labor's perspective, it is my ultimate responsibility and goal to protect those American workers, and especially anybody who's nefariously breaking the law. And anybody who does knowingly break the law, the Department of Labor does have enforcement capabilities, and we will double down on that because I do not believe any American wants to tolerate that. Now, if we equate that to a budget and say that, again, that more money will always solve the problem, I would probably have to disagree there. I think oftentimes we need to modernize and streamline. I think that that's what this budget does, and we will statutorily always investigate and do what is right when we have those complaints, and we will follow up on the law. For companies and businesses who need help with compliance, we want to do that first. They are the first line of defense for the American worker, and I will ask them to always comply with the law, and I will assist them in doing so. And if at that point they knowingly choose not to, we will use the full capabilities of the Department of Labor to enforce that law and double down on that and hold them accountable.
Well, thank you. I understand that you may be saying that preventing child labor and supporting workers is important to you.
Absolutely.
But saying that you want to stop something and then making child labor and wage theft laws more difficult to enforce doesn't actually accomplish that goal and actually does just the opposite. Secretary, Georgia is home to more than 100,000 federal workers, and they do everything from research at CDC to supporting Robins Air Force Base to helping seniors with their Social Security. My understanding is that you weren't able to answer this question at a recent hearing, but you've had some time since then. Can you tell the American people how many employees the Department of Labor had when you were confirmed and how many are employed there now?
Sure. We know that, I want to make sure I have it for you. I apologize. is it 25 something, right? Yeah, sorry, I had it written down. So as the DRP, 2,513 as of the close. I think our 45-day window was Monday of this last week, and that's why that number was fluid. So 2,513 have taken the DRP.
Okay, thank you. We urgently need to lift the federal firing freeze to ensure that there's someone to help our constituents when they need it. So whether it be at the Department of Labor or any other federal agency that folks have a home, we need answers, and we need to make sure that they are getting the important information and resources that they desperately need. And I am over time, and I yield back.
Thank you, Congressman. It's nice to see you.
I thank the gentlelady. I recognize another member from Georgia,